Okay, Baruch Hashem, we are continuing our second shiur with the time we have left with until we found the recording. Right now we are on page 136 in volume 1, talking about the laws of Shabbat, about the concept of grama. That a person on Shabbat not allowed to do a ma'aseh chilul Shabbat, but he is allowed to cause ma'aseh Shabbat. Where do we learn it from? It's called Lo ta'aseh kol melacha asiyah ude asur grama mutar. Gemara teaches us, Meir, that what is grama? When you do one thing now and it's going to take place later. How many minutes from the moment you did to the taking place moment? Even a second apart, it's enough to be called grama. So the Magen Avraham says, even if you know that the rock is about to crush the kernels and you're throwing the kernels on Shabbat, you didn't break Shabbat on Torah level. You did grama. Oh, that's debatable. If grama is still assumed derabanan, or it's 100% allowed. Gemara says grama mutar. Mutar means midoraita and assumed derabanan, or mutar legamri. The machloket. Because of this machloket, says Rav Ovadia Yosef, you try not to do it by itself, the grama, but whenever you have another reason to combine, you could be lenient. For example, Bechor loves oshpocha. Johnny oshpocha. Bechor loves oshipocha. Palakas. Garachi. Shabbat morning, he loves to eat oshpocha. One time he did for me, but it was only one time. I don't know why. And the oshpocha, it wants that hot. Can he reheat oshipocha from the refrigerator, put it back on the plata? Rosi Shabbat, cold oshipocha from the refrigerator, put it on the plata to become hot. You tell me. I told you the case. Oshpocha, it's called in English, soup of legs. Leg soup, how do you call this? Feet, I don't know. Feet soup? Feet? Cow feet soup, yeah? They have a name like this? Yeah. So, I thought only Bukharians did that.
You got to mention the cow.
Otherwise, it's going to be people. Exactly. So, cow's feet soup, oshpocha. Can you reheat oshpocha on Shabbat Bechor or no? How? Yeah, listen carefully. Bechor is already has a white beard. What's boom, Bechor? Boom is what Hamas says. The plata is going to turn on. So when you put it on the plata should be off. Then the timer is going to kick in. And you know it's going to kick in. And it's still allowed. Very good. Bechor said this time the right answer. That? Huh? No, only one. The violation is what? Bishul. And the bishul is going to take place after some time. So therefore, the grama is going to turn it on, the timer. And therefore, it's considered to be only 1 grama, not 2. And says Rav Ovadia, since it's debate if there is a bishul after bishul by liquid, according to the Rambam, there is no problem to reheat even soup. Cold soup to put directly, no problem, according to Rambam. We don't hold like Rambam, but we can rely on him whenever we have a timer. But Bechor, you know, I asked you a tricky question. And I felt you're going to fall into the trap, and Baruch Hashem, you did. I'm joking, but you have a... Pay attention to what I asked. I didn't ask soup, if you're allowed to reheat soup. I asked, are you allowed to reheat oshpocha? Is there a difference between soup and oshpocha or no? Amir, is there a difference between oshpocha and soup? I have news for you.
Yes, there's a liquid and solid difference, right?
According to halacha, what's this? Chalajets, you ever saw in your life chalajets? You saw it in your life? Good. Chalajets, in room temperature, even after 10 hours, is going to remain solid. Because of that, says the poskim, chalajets, the jelly thing that is from the cow's legs, feet, soup. Cow's feet, soup. It's considered to be solid. Because the indicator maybe is how the status of it during room temperature. Not after 5 minutes they took out of the room to the room temperature. After a few hours, you're going to sit here. What's going to be the status of it? So since it's still solid, it's not liquid, it's considered to be dry. It's like rice, chicken, stuff like that. Ari, understood or no? So rice and chicken, can you reheat on Shabbat on a plata? Yes. Without timer. Plata palakas. So to oshpocha, you're allowed to put it on the plata when the plata is on. You don't need the timer business. And it's going to become palakas. Hot. Piping hot. No problem. Mutarim lachem.
I know some people, my wife makes hoshpacha and it doesn't become salt. It's like a stew.
Habibi, this is Arizona cows. That's what I'm saying. All the liquid evaporated from the heat. But in New York, it becomes, Habibi, it becomes thick. Thick, and it's considered to be solid because the oshpocha, the indicator is the room temperature after about 10 hours. What's going to be the status? If it's going to be solid, jelly, it's considered to be solid. Therefore, you're allowed to reheat this and make it palakas. No problem. No, halakha lema'aseh, I'm telling you. When do you need the timer business? Only whenever you have soup, liquid. You put it in the, it be liquid. Only when it's liquid, the halakha says, you have to put it on the timer. You understood? Okay. Now, another question. What if, Baruch John, man, biyad yamin. What if a person has a timer right now, the pins supposed to turn off at 10 o'clock. And you're having a good time. Ari came, Bechor came, Divrei Torah, Semech Kichuri, not Gavoy Chachchach. Semech Kichuri, Divrei Torah. כן. לאכול עכשיו, אבל דברי תורה. And you're having a good time, ז'לקה 10 o'clock, חבל. I want it to be longer. Pins, not digital. Can you extend? Huh? Good. What if Bechor came? So much to you, Habib. The light's supposed to turn off at 11. I want to turn it off until 10. Can I make the pin go from 11, make it faster by 10 o'clock, turn off? Can I do that or no? Says Rav Ovadia, what is that called? I didn't turn off directly. What did I do? Grama. I'm causing it to be turned off. Can I cause it to be turned off and change the status? Right now it is on. I'm making it turn off faster. By halakha, allowed to do this or no, Bechor? Huh? Ari John? What do you say?
I would say why not? Because those consider
Allowed or no? Says halakha, allowed. Yeah. Change the status. If it is done for sake of a mitzvah, mutar.
also financial save also.
Yonatan, you understood or no?
Financial loss.
If it's done for sake of a mitzvah, let's say tomorrow morning you want to wake up nits. This guy talking and talking, this women talking and talking, Johnny Machor. I wanted to say, turn off the lights. Tomorrow morning I gotta wake up nits. Papa, beep, chabaz,
People change it and
Can I turn it off earlier by making the pins turn it off earlier? So I can go sleep earlier to wake up tomorrow
it has
nits.
to be 9:30. It can't be 10 o'clock and you turn it off at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. It has to be a delay. 1 second. It doesn't have to be half an hour delay. So whenever you want to change the status, you're allowed to, grama, when there is a sake of mitzvah. You want to wake up early minyan, go and learn Torah afterwards. I told you before, whenever you come early minyan, you learn Torah afterwards, you get a lot more done on Shabbat. Arvit. Somebody needs to pray Arvit? Everybody prayed? Okay, so then we're good. Thank you, Bechor. Until now we called you Bechor Alenu Leshabeach. Now we're going to call you Bechor Arvit Alenu Leshabeach. Bechor used to beat one time Alenu Leshabeach. Now it's 2 times. It's for the Arvit also. Alenu Leshabeach. Okay? Mezoreh v'ruach mesayato dechayav. Now says Rav Ovadia, listen, I have a question. You're saying that whenever I'm causing something, I'm not breaking Shabbat, right? Causing it. What if I right now have kernels with the garbage of it, the shells of it, and I pick it up on the air, and the air moves the garbage and puts back the kernels. It's called winnowing, zoreh. לא זורע, זורע. זורע ברוח. Can I do this בשבת, Yonatan, or no? I just threw it on the air.
Inevitably.
The wind pushed it away. Separated.
What if your intention was not to happen? You don't even know what's going to happen.
True. So to my intention is to put the soup and make it very hot. And so too when I put the kernels and make the rock crush it, I knew it's going to happen. So why over there the Gemara said, Asur deoraita? It's a grama.
It's the common way of doing it, though.
Another question.
Way of doing it is this way.
Very good. Another question, says Ravadia. What about Mevashel? Yaakov, when you put raw potato or extra eggs. Bechor, on Friday, came to Bet Knesset. Suddenly, Baruch came, Bechor, I came from Arizona. Oh, Chonima maybe. He comes home quietly before his wife. Nobody sees. He opens the pot. He puts few extra eggs. Baruch loves eggs. Tchum mishabot.
Eggs are raw.
Raw eggs, of course. פגע ברוך תיקף מקונים. זה שבת, שבת זה השול או זה? Did you break the oraita by putting those eggs on Shabbat or no? You cooked it on Shabbat. Yitzchak, what do you say? He broke the Torah laws or no? Why? He says, Rabbi, I put it now. There was a delay until it got cooked. Oh. Says Rav Ovadia, there are melachot that the results are not right away. The results are after a delay. And nevertheless, that's the melacha. So therefore, in the laws of cooking, in the laws of winnowing, zoreh, you do not say, oh, grama. Because that's the normal way of this specific melacha. Bechol Famidim, if you'll find me the Zohar, I'll read Zohar in 5 minutes. If you find it. I think it's over there. I think. By the Sidurim over there. So, oh, it is. I see it from here. Second shelf on the right side. In the middle. It's a silver color. No, there, yeah. Поставь руку. Поставь руку. Вниз. Правую руку поставь. Налево. Еще, вот, еще. О, молодец. Okay. Now, a question to you, Bechor. There is a guy in the winter, in the summer, he loves cold milkshake. Cold milkshake. In order to make milkshakes, you need to turn on the blender. Rosh Shabbat, you're not allowed to turn on the blender. Can I put it on the timer before Shabbat? 11:30 a.m. I'm finishing the Bet Knesset. I'm going to come, throw all the banana, the milk, whatever I need inside. Knowing in 5 minutes, can I do this b'Shabbat or b'Chol?
No, you can't do that because that's what you do in a week. The process.
I put it when it was off. Knowingly, it's going to turn on soon, and I'm going to enjoy the milkshake. Meir, what do you say? Munki or ne? Very good. Meir knows my line already. Why? Very good. Now question, this is grama on the Oraita level or on the Rabbanan level? Why the Rabbanan? That's why it's grama. But that, if I'll turn on that machine, did I break the Oraita or the Rabbanan? Huh? Turning a machine, it's the Oraita or the Rabbanan? Why do you forget no timer? I press the button directly. The button of the blender. Did I break the Oraita or no? I have news for you. Only the Rabbanan. When electricity is the Oraita?
When it's hot.
When it's hot, in my favor. Plata, fan. Bechor, you do fan every Shabbat? Friday? Not yet? You're waiting. When you make fan, whenever you have plata.
It's friction. It's hot.
Oh, what did we say? Hot, the heat, in my favor. When I have plata, the heat, exactly. I'm using. Fan, I'm using. Just motor, like AC motor, like fan ventilator, not a hair dryer. So the blender, the motor turns on in my favor. The heat derived from the motor, it's not in my favor. So therefore, the level of electricity, the Oraita or the Rabbanan in this case, the Rabbanan. So the grama is on the Oraita level or on the Rabbanan level? Oh, so this is even more lenient about the grama. Even the strict opinion that says by grama it's a problem, by the Rabbanan level will be more lenient. It's called grama, but the Rabbanan. But question to you, okay, the motor is the Rabbanan. But what about Tochen? You grinding. What happened to Tochen? The Havara, the igniting, you said, Rabbi, this doesn't get hot. This motor doesn't get hot. To the Rabbanan. Hi, John Ambazan, no problem, the Rabbanan. What about the cutting the vegetables very, very small? Can you cut on Shabbat before I take a knife and I cut salat Israeli style, Gufta?
Food and immediate use in the food.
What if I don't eat right now? Huh? Asu. Downstairs on Shabbat, the morning, they make over here the kiddush. There was few mistakes, I had to correct them. Yeah. One mistake was that whenever they peel the onion, when you peel the onion, let's say 8:40, 8:50. They're going to serve this at 10:30. So they peeled it for immediate usage or for delay usage? Delay usage. Problem number one, borer. Problem number two, whenever they cut it, they put salt right on top of the onions. They had that, and then they take it, and they put it on the lax. And they put on top onion, cut onion. Was this putting salt on top of it allowed or no? On the onions? Even if it's right now. If you have a plate of onions, you're not allowed to sprinkle with salt on top. What you want to do is you want to put first oil, olive oil, whatever oil, or lemon, and then put the salt. So the salt will be diluted. If you put the salt directly on the onions, Chas v'shalom, mechalel Shabbat. Because of pickling. That's how you pickle. Onion is the only thing, onion, garlic, is the thing that when it's spicy, you put salt, you change the status of it. You pickled it very quick. It becomes sweeter. To do this Shabbat, asu. And then, when they cut it, they cut very small. And they cut it, let's say, 8:45 a.m., 8:50, 9 o'clock. Are they serving it by 10:15, 10:30? Mutar to do this bechor or no? That's called tochen. המחתך את הירק דקדק חייב. Broke Shabbat, דאורייתא, בדור ניכנסו בכור. Unbelievable. Rabbi Ma'odumi asks, I intended to do good. I want to prepare the food for the people for Kiddush. But if you don't learn halachot, you can make a lot of mistakes and ta'uyot. How important is to learn halachot Shabbat? Abin Haso. I told you there was one time a guy that wanted to be a doctor quick. No? He said, Rabbi, why do I need to go to medical school? Killed my time. I go buy myself a nice white suit, put nice hat, put some nice candles, sign outside, doctor office. Who is going to go to such a doctor? No one. He said, but look, from outside I look a perfect doctor. He said, Jonah, we never learned. And he says, the person says, Rabbi, I'm Shomer Shabbat. How did you become Shomer Shabbat? Well, you don't see. I come Knesset, I put a nice suit, put a nice hat, some candles. I put a sign, Lichvot Shabbat Kodesh. Said I became Shomer Shabbat. What are you going to call this guy? The same way you're going to call the doctor, nachon? That he became a doctor like that. So a person that doesn't learn the medical school, he cannot become a doctor. What do you think that the person can dress up like Shabbat clothes, he becomes Shomer Shabbat? It does. Now let me ask you a question. How many more years of learning you need to accomplish the mission? Doctor years or Shabbat years? Which one you need to invest more time? So if that guy didn't invest 4 years of medical school, he cannot become a doctor. This person didn't invest even 4 hours to learn halachot Shabbat. How did he become Shomer Shabbat? You understand, Rabotai? That's why it's extremely important that every one of us, Yitzhak, have to come every single night to study halachot Shabbat. This is, Rabotai, essential for your title of Bishomer Shabbat. Famidim? Very good. Let's go right now to the words of the Zohar. Why. Rabotai, the Zohar is the reason the world was created. Yeah. Yeah. We were created to learn the Sod originally. But because we messed up, we fell into the darkness. Now we have to break the darkness by pilpulim, bilbulim, all the biurim. This is the small thing, all the Gemara. You know that or no? The big things is this. The real deal is this. But if in order for you to get to this, you have to go through the small things. But the ultimate goal was for purpose of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That's why it says, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Bereshit, take the letters Bereshit. You take the word Rashbi. What is Rashbi? Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Va'amartem kol echai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Va'amartem kol echai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That's Baruch Hashem. We got the Zechut Rabotai to learn Rabbi Shimon's words. Says the Rabbi Shimon, Tana berazat Yisrael titzniuta, Arba'a malachim. Arba'a malachim, haynu, Arba'a malachim המזרים את האדם מקומו בבוקר. We're reading Zohar פרשת שלח לך, page 175. אחד מזהירו על שמירת רגליו. There are 4 malachim bechor waking up with you in the morning. You heard that or no? 4 malachim. Not 4 girls. 4 malachim waking up together with you in the morning. One is telling you, Bechor John, today make sure your legs will be going to the right places. בוא פשיבה דוקטורון הרבית. השני על שמירת עיניים. Says the second malach tells you, please make sure today you're going to watch your eyes. השלישי על שמירת דיבורו. Please today make sure you're going to watch your words. הרביעי על עסק ידיו. Please today make sure you watch your hands. 4 malachim. You know that malach can do one job. He cannot do more than one. So for telling you, please make sure today you watch your legs. Чтоб ни налево не ходили, чтоб ни направо места не ходили. Сразу колесо, что пошел. Сразу помогут кому-то. Make chesed in the morning. Make mitzvah to somebody. Make sure you don't go to bad things. Today, people almost fight. Ow. Right now, if he gets up, his legs walking to fight with a person, his legs gets up for the right things or the bad things. Right away, you upset this malach, says the Zohar. נפקין לקדמות 4 שדה, הם יוצאים כנגד 4 ציציות. He says, and how do you get these 4 malachim to help you throughout your day? 4 ציציות that you have, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Skok of Messi Bechor? 4 tzitziot. This 4 tzitziot gives you the zechut, says the Zohar, of the 4 malachim. Bizetava, protection yetu. Руки налево направо, ноги налево направо, разговор налево направо, глаза налево направо. Почему? You don't get help from the heavens. Why? Where is your tzitzit katan, Jonah? You have no four corners of tzitzit. You have no four malachim helping you. That's what the Torah says. ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. Remember those words? Why the Torah says this specific request about your eyes, about doing the mitzvot in the section of tzitzit? What does this have to do with that? Why the Torah didn't say, make sure you shake lulav and you do all my mitzvot? Why the Torah says, make sure you do tzitzit, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, and make sure you do all my mitzvot? Why the tzitzit section has to do with all my mitzvot? Says the Zohar, because who is the malach that helps you constantly? Idzi mitzvot jel, idzi mitzvot jel. Who is the one that pushes you all the way to do mitzvot? The four malachim that come surrounding you because of the four tzitziyot that you have. Two in the front and two in the back. Abin Hazo. That's how important it is for a person to make sure to have tzitzit katan on him with four corners, in the two in the front and two in the back. That's why it's not good when people do. Sometimes people sing the tefillah, the whole tefillah, they have tzitzit, all of them in the front. It's not good. Only during the time you kiss it's supposed to be in the front. And the rest of the tefillah is supposed to be two in the front, two in the back. That's like the people that, you know, sometimes you go to shul and people put the tzitzit like a scarf, like the Reformed do. This is not according to Jewish law. This is according to Christians. You know, Christians also put tzitzit. You know that, Bechal? Today, one of my students said, Rabbi, he has a friend that he went to college with. He goes to church, the Goy friend. He says, he sees me one day with talit. He says, wow, we wear the same thing. But you guys wear a big one. We have just like this on the neck. He asked him, can you get me the big one? He asked me, Rabbi, can I get him the big tzitzit or no? Christian. By Jewish law, you're allowed to give it that or no? Says halakha allowed. Why? Goy want to do mitzvah, you don't have to stop him from that. It's a garment. Huh? You can do whatever he wants with that. I give it to him, he does whatever he wants with that. No, no. Well, you can buy it himself. Today they sell it on Amazon, habibi. It's not a problem. You can sell it yourself, make a few bucks on top if you want. See, you should have paid to the avrech to teach you Torah. It will be better. By halakha, no problem. That's Rabotai, how important it is for us to learn. Says the Zohar, ואמר בעד תליין כענבים בהתקלה, צרירן באו שבעה רהיטים. And he says, why the first knot in the tzitzit? The first one has 7 strings. He says this to tell you that the bracha comes to you from 7 reki'im, from 7 heavens. Before the neshama comes down to the world, he has to press 7 heavens. That's when a person dies. We don't say, hi, he dies. So bury him and that's it. How many days do we have to sit shiva on it? 7 days. Because it takes 7 days for the neshama to depart from the 7 heavens that was clinged to the neshama whenever he came down to the world. You understand the bracha, the tzitzit, as Rabotai? And Gaon Mivilna, before he passed away, Bechor used to hold the tzitzit and cried. They said, Rabbi John, you millionaire, billionaire of mitzvot, why are you crying? He says, I'm about to pass away from a world that for pennies I was able to get myself Gan Eden for every single second. Now I'm going to go inside the grave. You put on me 1,000 tzitziot, I'm not going to get 1 mitzvah already. My time is up. That's a Rabotai, when a person is alive, make sure you don't miss a second without talit katan on yourself, 2 tzitziot in the front and 2 tzitziot in the back. The zechut of those 4 tzitziot brings the 4 malachim to help you to guard your eyes, guard your mouth, guard your hands, and guard your legs to do the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hanania.